This is Phantom Electric Ghost, and this is our continuing series of song deconstructions. Phantom Electric Ghost started in 2016 with the album Something Wicked. It was released on physical CD and download. It's now out of production. There were two other albums, part of a trilogy. There was Indigo Menace, and then there was Synesthesia, Sweet Neo Soul Surrender. In between that time, we've done a lot of singles. We've done the Bandcamp albums. We did the collaboration with Lonnie Claire. We did the collaboration to Infinitum with All Control K, and a collaboration with Metaflow, Wounded Room. But the project we've been working on since late 2017, early 2018, even till now, is the Dark Ghost album, which is to be a CD, double CD, multiple vinyl project. It's been delayed because of a lot of issues that we had this year, uh, um, where we decided to focus on recording to the degree that we invested all of our funds into new electronic gear to create Dark Ghost. And part of the Dark Ghost experience is that the concept of love being something that you're drawn toward that's not good for you, that's the darkness that's just inside you and then outside you, and has a confluence that basically is bad for your psyche, it's bad for your spirit. And all the songs are influenced by my own personal situations in the last couple of years, dealing with the passing of my father from Alzheimer's, the breakup of my band, the breakup of some collaborations in relationships, and all these things that happened between 2017 and 2018. They really kind of hurt my soul, and I found a way to express the pain through music. And I've been a big fan of alternative rock and really kind of singer songwriting that cuts to the core of emotions. And I think Neil Young's Tonight's Tonight is a big influence in that album and the response to Bruce Berry's death from an overdose of heroin. And Neil Young said it was part of his concept of the Ditch trilogy, where he had Tonight's the Night. He had an album, Time Fades Away, that's out of print. And I think there's another album that escapes me now. But it was this idea that, he had done Harvest and he had hit that limelight. And then he felt like, well, I'm going to hit the ditch, which is kind of metaphorical that, he was feeling depressed, he was feeling overwhelmed. And as a songwriter, he took all those feelings of pain and created Tonight's the Night. We've seen this type of work in another band that's a favorite of mine, Alex Chilton and Chris Bell's Big Star, where Alex Chilton on the third Big Star album, Third Sister Lovers, basically documents his own kind of crash from the failure of the Big Star band and the emotional wreckage of not being commercially successful, and then having personal issues and addictions and things that kind of bring out the darkness. Dark Ghost is inspired by those things to kind of take the feelings I've had and push them into art. And I was very much taken by that mood that I'm describing of the artist kind of deconstructing their own pain and reconstructing it into a song. And the first song on Dark Ghost, the opening song, is a really good example of me finding a voice for the Phantom that represents a real ghost, like a real phantom, like echoing of pain. And I used the Morphogene from Make Noise to do a reverse track that I manipulate with the Morphogene to create a very haunting backwards tape loop type of vocal that basically evokes pain. And the Phantom is basically, voicing his pain through these guttural moaning and utterances that kind of preface the album, because this is the Dark Ghost album, and you hear the Phantom opening it instead of Josephine in this kind of weird techno howling. Then, it's in a dirge, kind of very slow beat piano, you know, type of tempo. And I'm using a Moog DFAM to do a very slow beat. It's like I said, it's a dirge. It's like a march, it's like a funeral march, and it's the representation of the death of the love that Josephine starts to talk about. And she basically, the song title is, "If love has no ceiling, then why is my heart on the floor?" And basically, she's indicating that she's reeling from this really bad love affair that made her feel like, what's a love without love? It leaves you with nothing, and it leaves you with these aspirations that you're gonna have a great relationship, and then it just falls apart, and you're left feeling used, to the effect that Josephine even feels that her lover left her feeling like a prostitute, that she was, you know, just treated really shabbily and terribly, and she feels like, well, you think I'm your whore. That basically you left me in that condition, and you don't care about me. You just use me, and that's the feeling that I think sometimes people can feel like in a relationship, that they've been really are very much abused and used in a shameful way. And this song wants to, my goal with this song is to have that feeling represented in the song. And so a lot of what I do with my music is try to use electronic music to evoke singer-songwriter passions in a format that a lot of times, electronic musicians could be accused of, not being able to express feeling. Though I would argue, if you go back to Joy Division, they did express a lot of feeling. I think Radiohead evokes a lot of feeling. Wilco evokes a lot of feeling. You can, through electronic music, evoke passions that are not just limited to acoustic instruments. And that's the goal with Dark Ghost, is to bring up these feelings and express them through these instruments. And especially analog synth instruments are very much like living, breathing musical tools that you can evoke a lot of feelings and a lot of sound painting concepts, like I've talked before, that Hendrix, expressed the idea of the sound painting for Electric Lady. And this album very much is a lot of different sound paintings talking about disaffection, anomie, social isolation, addiction, love gone wrong, these type of feelings. And that's what the Dark Ghost is all about. And this is the opening track for the album. I've kind of bounced around with different tracks opening, but this one keeps on coming up as the real introduction to the concept of the Dark Ghost. And I'm very much excited to see where we can go with this project. I want it to be on physical formats, and so its final release is probably a little far off. It probably won't be until 2019. This song is actually available on streaming services. It's out there. Because of it's part of a concept, it hasn't probably really generated as much traction as some of my other tunes, but it's a favorite of mine because it's part of this overall concept. And I think it's, it probably isn't fully understood without being with their other songs, but I wanted to express what this song is about and the pain of it. We actually have an Instagram version of the song up on our channel that we created a custom video for it. I think that expresses the kind of feeling that we have for it. And I would encourage people to check it out on Instagram. We have it on YouTube as well, and it's on Spotify. We are looking for fan support to help us, get this done sooner. So we are looking for subscribers that can support us in our efforts where we talk about the Ghost specifically, but we also interview indie bands from around the world. We're going to be interviewing Kendra Black, who had a song with Snoop Dogg. We've interviewed her twice, previously on Spotify, on Spearmint, and now we're going to interview her for the second time on Anchor. She has a brand new album coming out in November. We just interviewed Kendra Erica, and she has 2 singles on Spotify. We're hoping in the future to extend to a video capture of these interviews, where we could, capture video of both of the people talking and then edit them and put them up on Facebook. It's something that would take a little bit more resources than what we have right now. So we're hoping to do that in the future, have a video version of the show. And that kind of requires the fan support to be able to do this and to maybe even physically have guests show up or just do it virtually. But it still requires additional equipment for what we're trying to do. And we're also interested in a co-host to talk about all things indie music and to interview the indie bands that we talk to around the world. So as always, I've indicated Anchor has the ability, if you favorite the Ghost, to have a direct conversation with us by voicemail and leave us a note if you're interested in the non-paid host position to interview indie artists around the world with me. Give me a line, give me a contact information, and we can do a Skype and talk about it. We can go do voicemails back and forth. I'm very interested in hearing from someone that's interested in this. So hopefully some of you fans that are listening to this broadcast, I encourage you to send me a voice memo after you favorite the Ghost on Anchor. And if you're interested and you're a musician or you're a music fan that's got a deep understanding of music and you would love to interview bands and you want to see that, the type of interviews where you talk to an artist not about their social gossip, but their process and everything about the music. That's what we're doing on this show. So hopefully you've enjoyed what we've done here, and we are going to continue to interview bands and talk about the Ghost and go forward with indie music, because we believe indie music is where everything's going on. And we thank you for listening to us, and have a good day.